Authority, how to get it, keep it, and why it's so vitally important for your company to be seen as the subject matter expert and not just a mere service provider. Hi, my name is Mario Ficini, and tonight we're going to go over authority, what it means to your company, how you can indeed get it and keep it, but why it's so vitally important. Now, I talk about it in my book here, and it is step 2 of the blueprint. Authority, I'll show you right here. What are you currently doing to get it? But more importantly, what are you doing to keep it? You see, authority, there's 7 steps you need. And what we're doing over the next week is going through one a night and how it's going to improve your business. So what are you currently doing to build your authority, to build your credibility with your business? Andy, how's it going, my friend? What are you doing to build your authority in your business? What is your business? I'm going to give you a minute to join me. Tell me how the video sounds. Yes, I got it right. No, wait. Tell me how the video looks. Tell me how the video looks and the audio sounds. So, now I'm going to pour a drink with my favorite little Merry Christmas cup because I used this one last night. I washed it out today. But I used it because the other ones were in the dishwasher. And I was making a point for so many people get caught up with, what kind of mic is this? What kind of lights? What is going on here? What, do I have the perfect Facebook profile picture? Oh my gosh, what's this little thing he has on there? Look, I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart that you need to have a strategy. It's like an iceberg. You look at the iceberg and 90% is underneath the water. There's a little bit everyone sees. And unless you know what your overall strategy is for this month, for this quarter, for this year, all these other pieces are frankly irrelevant. So let me know how the audio is. Let me know how the video is. Woo! That's sprayed on the mic. Whatever, we're having fun. So we're going to talk about authority, what it means to your business. And if you want an example of that, my good friend Andy over here definitely is the authority with dog training. He has been on National Geographic. He has international best-selling books, and he knows a thing or two about a thing or two. But I want to ask you, Andy, for the people watching, why did you decide, hey, you know what? I'm the subject matter expert. I want to take it to the next level. What really clicked with you? Jenna, join me live. I see you calling. I will talk to you in a bit. I'm in the middle of a Facebook Live right now, but Jenna, thank you for calling back. Andy, so what made you really want to just play a bigger game? What was the value you saw that you could tell the people watching, if they're sitting here going, well, I'm already an expert. I'm already the authority. I get that all the time. Who here, raise your hand if you think you're the expert, you're the authority in your space. You probably are, because that's who I draw to me. But let me ask you this. Does your entire sphere, does your entire circle of influences, everyone you get in front of, do they see you as the subject matter expert? Are you referable? That's the real test. So let me catch up with the comments here. This is authority right there. That is authority right there. Appreciate it. Andy, sounds great and video awesome. I am at Whole Foods. Be your mind butter Tuesday. Heck yeah. That is awesome. Mine is Excess Tropical. Today we have Tropical Blast. Last night it was a blue can. No, it was purple to match the lights. This is like tropical, like I'm in San Diego with you, Andy. And if anyone wants a sidebar note, I also have backup here. If you plan on ever doing speaking or training or live casting or even talking one-on-one to a group, make sure you have liquid because you need to stay hydrated. So authority. let me put this in here as well, because you can look at my show notes. If you check out this website, Plan Ahead. Yeah, Plan Ahead right here, live. Let me make sure I spell it right tonight. I think I got it. I think I can. I know I can. All right, here we go. ExpertAuthorityReport.com. If you want to see my actual show notes, I have it on my desktop right here. Just pulled it up. And like I said, we're going to be covering authority, what it means. And here's the first bullet point. Once you have their attention, what is that? I need to enlarge this. Oh, the clock is ticking. That's right. Once you have their attention, the clock is ticking. How do you keep them paying attention? How do you keep them paying attention? Who has ever suffered from, you know what you're talking about, but your market doesn't resonate with that? Let me lower this. You know what you're talking about, but maybe you're not perceived that way. Maybe the market doesn't resonate with that. They're still looking to develop some credibility, some trust with you, or you're looking to establish it with them. They just want to get to know you. So how do you position yourself as the authority if you're just starting out? How do you position yourself as the authority if you have a medium-sized business? What do you do if you have a large business? What are the benefits of authority then? At every step of the way, it's one of the easiest things to do. And I have here, be known as the expert in authority. Well, how do you get it? You may be wondering. Let me know in the comments below, how do you think? You learn every day. That's why you do this. How do you think you get known as the expert in authority? You might know it in your head that you are, but how do you convey that with your marketplace? Andy says, I was tired of not breaking through and only merely making ends meet. I wanted to actually live in a way that allowed me to make a difference in people's lives while having more time with the kids that I love. That is awesome. That is awesome, Andy. And I'm so glad you did. And it's an honor and privilege to have seen you go through it and know your story. And I'm glad you are making a bigger difference now. Write a book and make it a #1 bestseller. That's one way, but what do you do if you don't know how, Andy? Speak on stage. Another good way, but what if you're scared of speaking on stage? You thought you could get off easy, huh? How do I phrase this? I want to get people thinking. I want to get you thinking. Because for all the answers so if you're watching this live right now, if you're watching this on the replay later, yes, I'm going to be a little bit smart alecky, but honestly, catch the content, because that's just my personality. I like to have fun. But here's what I'm really trying to do is to get you to think. And Andy, right now, I'm going to say this specifically to you because you get priority because you're interacting. So seriously, yeah, write a book, make it a #1 bestseller. Good. Speak on stage. Fantastic. Tell me do a live cast. Type that one in there. That's another good one. But from the bottom of my heart, Andy, because I know you're trying to play a bigger game, and I know you're trying to reach similar people that I am. How do we convey that to them? Yeah, write a book, speak on stage, do a live cast, do this, that, the other thing. It's all good, obviously. I mean, I have a couple of my books right here. We're doing a live cast, and we both know it. But how do you communicate that with them? How do you get them to understand that? What if they have a fear? I don't want to write. I don't want to go live. I don't want to do this. I have 2 words on how to do it. And it's not a specific thing. Interest peaked yet? Janet, is that you watching? I see you just, Janet and Jessica like your video. Thank you. I see more people popping on. So who wants to take a stab at how do you be seen? How do you get known as the expert and the authority? in 2 words. And yes, you can get the answer by going to here and looking at my show notes. But I'm going to hide that right now so that way you don't, because I want you to answer. Know who your audience is, where they hang, speak their language, know their pain, have a solution for that pain. Absolutely, I agree 100%. How do you distill that down to 2 words, though? 2 words. Uno, dos. I'm glad I did that in that order. 1, 2. Yeah, 2 words for real. I'm looking at the answer right here. And we have another new person. New person, do you want to play along? I welcome you. Thanks for joining the show. If this is your first time, my name is Mario Ficini. It's good to have you here. Leave a comment below, and if you don't want to leave a comment, hit like or share so I can see who you are and I can say hi to you. If you do leave a comment, I can help you even more. Love them. True. Be real, be authentic. Good, good. All good answers. Be real. What if being real doesn't make you the authority? What if it actually kills your credibility? How do you specifically demonstrate your authority and credibility in 2 words? And yes, I do have a towel nearby along with napkins. Like I said, when you're going live, always be prepared. This is not the first time something is spilled. As Andy says, be real, be authentic. I got you thinking, huh, Andy? Andy says, oh, shoot. Sammy, I see you calling too. I will call you back after the live cast. I'm live right now. There's a 50% chance you're going to see this anyhow. So it was nice talking with you earlier, and I look forward to hanging out with you soon. Okay. Now I have to do another. Okay. Yep. Any more guesses? How do you get known as the expert and authority in 2 words? Andy's thinking here. He's getting some brain hydration juice. Take action. Okay. But what if you take action as a beginner? Are you gonna? Is that gonna establish authority and credibility, or will you come off as an amateur? I'm gonna give you what. If you want to keep going, that's cool. But I'm not looking to frustrate you. I just wanted to get you thinking. If you want me to tell you, I'll let you take one more shot, and then I can tell you. If you want to keep at it and earn it on your own, that's cool too. Be authentic, be real, love them, take action, all very good. I'll give you a hint. The word it is in there. One of the 2 words, I'm not saying which one of the words is it. I need to add this song. I'm making a new live cast playlist, just like I did with my color scheme for the lights. because I've noticed I have my playlist of royalty-free songs. Oh, wait, did that say that one already exists? Yeah, we're good. But some of the songs are stupid, and I don't like them, and I don't want them to play. So now we're going to port them all over to a nice little playlist. Again, leverage. So now you just go click to the lights, click to be live, and click on YouTube, and everything's set up in about a minute and a half. Then you get your drink, make sure you have a towel, test the mics, reboot the computer, and do an audio check and video check, and then you're good to go. Fake it, Andy says. You could, but here it is. You ready? Oh, wait, can you see? Wait. Is that better? Where's this supposed to be? There we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait, let me redo that. Take 2. Add agenda item. All right, let's do this again. 3, 2, 1. What do you think of that, Andy? It is absolutely one of my favorite things to share with people. Oh, was it? Well, good guess. I knew you'd figure it out. Oh. Demonstrate it. It's the easiest thing to do. Now we can talk about how are the ways you can demonstrate it. But that's what I was alluding to in the beginning. So many people go, what should I do for LinkedIn? Should I have this? Should I use that? Should I use Pinterest? I just went on Instagram right before here and I went to do a post that said, join me live on Facebook. And I was like, holy crap, Instagram has a live thing too. Now, I don't love it. I don't love Instagram Live because it's like Snapchat. Your stuff disappears, which is counterintuitive to everything I teach people. How to create systems, how to create leverage, how to work less and do more, how to profit more from doing stuff one time and leveraging it for years to come. So I don't love Snapchat and I don't love Instagram, but they're still great advertising tools to draw people where you want. So I went to Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Twitter, Snap, Insta, Facebook, whatever. Anywhere you want, you can promote, advertise, whatever you want to call it. There's pros and cons to all of it. So don't get caught up with all the, I got to check at the clock. I just noticed something. I think I found the magic time. Welcome more new people. Please let me know where you're calling from, joining me from. And I'm going to recap, and there's more people. Authority, how to get it, keep it, and why it's so vitally important to your company to be seen as the subject matter expert and not just a mere service provider. That's what we're covering. The content is from my training in my book. It's chapter 2 and the book face. Hey, Dave, how are you? Andy says, but I love it. That is great. So, or is it my face? My space, my face? Dave, are you asking on the thing here on, which one are you referring to? So, Andy, demonstrate it. I love sharing that with people because it's so easy to do. How do you be seen as the expert and authority? Demonstrate it with everything you do. And yes, you can do a book. Yes, you can do live casts. There's ways that are better than most. Maybe it's what you dress. But I was sharing last night, how do you get the attention? It's the same thing. Your messaging. What type of questions do you ask? What do your promotions talk about? When you put a post out there, does it say, I know how to publish a book, I can help you publish a book? No. Does it say, I can help you do a live cast, I know how to do it? You can Google that crap. That is specifically why I have authority, how to get it, how to keep it, because it's a lot like money. It doesn't matter how much you make, it's how much you keep. Cheers to that. That alone's worth $1 million to you. And why it's so vitally important to your company. Some people don't realize it's vitally important. They just keep doing the same thing over and over and over. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to attract that. How to be seen as the subject matter expert and not just a mere service provider. That's a real thing. You know, when you say, are you the expert? And then people say, yeah, I'm the expert, I've been doing this. How, you know, then they usually blanket platitude so many years, fill in the blank. I've been doing this 15 years, 5 years, 50 years. Okay, BFD, what does that mean to me? It doesn't mean anything. What is the result you're providing for me? You know, that's all that people really care about. What's in it for them? I was telling someone recently, they were personal shopping. They do personal shopping. And they're going, well, they pay me X amount per hour. Get rid of all that hourly crap. What is the result you're providing for someone? If you do personal shopping, I go, how much do they pay you? Let me see with the show of hands. If I were to say, hey, here's a personal shopper, so you don't need to waste your time at the grocery store, and they'll come to your house, put everything away, do like everything for you, would you care if it takes them 1 minute or 1 hour? Because they were thinking, well, so-and-so is paying me for that hour. I go, no, they're not. They're paying for the result. And that is, can I get an amen? I'm just going to repeat that. You're not getting paid for the hour. You're getting paid for the value you bring to the hour. Someone smarter than me said that. But it's so true. How often, you know, is your pricing, got to save this. Is your pricing, I did not sidebar or squirrel, the song's limited for time. Is your pricing reflective of the value you bring? Or is it just some happenstance thing that you just happen to guess at and that's how you kind of got the answer? So many people have their packaging and pricing just so whimsical, and it doesn't make any sense. You know, what is the result you're bringing to the table? When you have the authority, you have that premium pricing, you have that premium investment, the premium fees, the premium charges, whatever you want to call it. You know, what would it mean to your company if you could increase your prices 10%, 20%, 50%, 100%? That's ludicrous. No, it's not. It's something over the last few years, I've been helping people with this going on 5 years now. And especially in the last year or two, I realized a lot of people want it done sooner than later. So with the result you're giving someone, once you're seen as the authority, think about how that translates to the rest of your company. Are you saying, hey, we have this 12-step program, we have this 15-step program, we have a 96-step program? You know, oh, I don't sell products. Great, good for you. You're better than the rest of us. But you do the same thing. You just don't call it a program. You call it a service. But you still have a 12-step program, a 96-step program, a 58-step program. You just do it behind the scenes and don't tell anyone what you're doing, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I have a 37-step process for what you can do specifically with YouTube videos when I talk about it in this book. Do you care how many steps they are or what they are? No. No, you don't. You just want the result. So do you care how much do you care what you pay them? So what I was saying is, it's a personal shopper. I go, she's not paying you to walk around the grocery store. She's paying you to bring her groceries to her house and get what you want. And I was like, why don't you use that new thing from Kroger, the click list? Order them online, drive to the store, pick them up. You still have to bring them to the house. I go, I wouldn't care if you did that for me or not. What do I care? Here's your money. It's not how much time you're spending. Ooh, I got to write this down. This is good. It's not how much time you're spending. It's how much time you're saving them. It's not how much time you're spending. Here we go. It's not how much time you're spending, it's how much time you're saving them. When I started my first company doing lawn care, power washing, maintenance, tree removal, any labor task someone would be willing to pay me for, painting, deck sealing, whatever. You know, when you're under the 16-year-old age of being able to work, I started when I was 12. I was always looking for leverage. If I go invest in this lawnmower with self-propelled and it's 3 times faster than the cheapest one on the market, not only is it self-propelled and it's less work for me, it's 3 times faster than that one. That's going to save me 23 minutes on a lawn. Do you care if it takes me 6 minutes to do the lawn or 22 or 49 or 31? Not really. You just want it done. So, what does that mean to you? Think about that. When you're the authority, when you're the expert, you can raise your fees. And people will gladly pay it because they know you know what the heck you're talking about. And they'll go, here you go, Merry Christmas. Let's get it done. So I have a personal goal this year. I have a mission of helping 25 new people like you increase their authority positioning, increase their bottom line, bring on new clients, and have fun in the process. I also have a personal goal of breaking my own record to see how fast I can absolutely take you from where you're at to your desired result. The fastest I've done it to date is 2 to 3 weeks. Andy says, I love that. Andy, do me a favor. I said a lot right there. Could you be more specific? Was it the time quote or something else? I'm going to cue it back up, Andy. If you could paste that into the comments, I'd appreciate it because I came up with that on the fly. That's not one I heard before, but I've said it before. It's not how much time you're spending. If that's what you said you love, it might not even be it, but it's not how much time you're spending. It's how much time you're saving them. So for real, if you're paying someone to bring you the groceries, do you care if it takes them 5 minutes? No, neither would I. I'd probably tell them, why don't you use the click list? That way we can monitor the buying habits and see if they're good or not. Instead of just randomly writing down the list the same. I mean, do you understand how, can't say that word, shouldn't say that word. Do you know how stupid that is not to track? You got to track your metrics with business. Why wouldn't you track them in your personal life? Oh, because I like to shop and buy different things. 80% of what you buy is probably the same. Name someone in your family or that's close to you. You could probably pinpoint their shopping list with 80% accuracy. It's habits. Everything is habits. There we go. It's not how much time you're spending, it's how much time you're saving them. Thank you, Andy. Yeah, that's the thing. So Andy, when I'm talking about the authority positioning and increasing your authority, you know, I try my darndest to stay away from all the ways because there's so many ways to do it. Maybe it's a podcast, maybe it's with TV, maybe it is with the book, maybe it's this or that. You know, what does it actually mean to your prospect? You know, because they have an aversion to writing a book. Oh, that seems so, I got to go off into a cabin and be Ernest Hemingway. Kermit the Frog here. Not Kermit Hemingway or Ernie or whatever. You don't need to be a prolific writer to write a book. You need to have an idea. You need to have an idea in some semblance of what you're talking about. A cover design, heck, you don't even need to type it. I'm looking at mine here going, what do you really need? The desire. The shortest you can do is 24 pages. I mean, I think in my first book I have 30 pages of dedications and acknowledgments. All I gotta do is have an idea and a cover design and some paper. I mean, I might be making fun of it a little bit, but got 3 of them, so I guess I can. It's nothing more than an elaborated term paper. We've all done it in English. I did do one paper in high school, even though I failed English 7 times. I still did a paper on occasion. It was usually at 10 a.m. for the 11 o'clock class down in the computer lab, skipping my 10 o'clock class. But I could still crank out a paper in about 45 minutes or an hour. 10, 11 pages, whatever the case may be. Double space that baby. The point is, do you have the desire? Do you see the benefit from it? That's really what I look for more. Anyone could do one of these. I mean, the more I do them, the more I realize they're super easy to do. But what it does for you is so powerful. So I like to play in that field. You know, imagine people coming to you instead of you coming to them. Imagine shortening your sales cycle. Imagine closing more deals with ease. Does any of this sound good and appealing? These are the outcomes of the book. Not even a benefit. This is the end result. You know, what is a new customer worth to you? Is it 1,000, 2,000, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? What if you had just 5 or 10 more this year because of it? Let's say it's 2,000. Maybe it's 5. Maybe it's 10. Right there. I'm going to sip this. I'm going to check that. And I want you to comment. What is a new customer worth to you? What is a new client worth to you? Initially, and the customer lifetime value. Put it in the comments below. I'm not going anywhere, but I'll give you a chance to do that. Yay, that is powerful. Oh, and Andy says it does not matter if it is a dog training book creation, accounting, teaching, guitar, your authority. Absolutely, Andy. Andy says it does not matter if it is dog training, book creation, accounting, teaching, guitar, your authority and training in those areas should get them where they want to be quicker than if they were to struggle to achieve the same success on their own and with greater success. I like that, Andy. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, that is true. It makes everything easier. It makes it more fun. And it's kind of disheartening because some people, you know, you can get upset and say, well, they just don't understand. False. I take full responsibility for every aspect of my life and business. So if someone doesn't get it, maybe you are targeting the wrong person. Maybe. And it could be a 50-50 shot. But maybe you're not communicating your message enough with them. Because Andy, I know you get it. And your post just triggered this and is absolutely accurate. So I look at and take responsibility. I take responsibility for it, and that's why I changed this just the other day. And I'm getting used practicing. People say, "What do you do?" I help experts turn knowledge into business books that attract clients' money and fund your freedom. I thought it was good the other day. It was something like, I help successful CEOs publish books and create video trainings. But that's not specific enough. That's true. It's accurate, but it's still not specific enough. And that's what I mean with demonstrating your authority. It's not just going, here's a book, here's a video, here's this, that, the other thing. It's having your business so dialed in at every step of it. When you have high-level people checking you out, they're on the same page. They don't look at you and go, they're not clear on their messaging. They might have 7 books. They might have 15 books. They have, all these videos. but they don't know how to communicate it, because those people, they understand the importance of the messaging. Some people flat out don't care. There's one guy that comes to my mind right now. Met him in person, gave me a brochure, we were talking, blah, 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 and it was just like, not only did he not get it, but he was also being insulting, indirectly, you know, quote unquote, oh, I didn't mean it, I was just being funny. No, you're a turd, plain and simple. I don't think he'll ever get it. I'm looking at the card right here, debating if I should even follow up, because it's like, is this just going to be a waste of time? In that instance, I don't think it would be, I'm not communicating my message great enough. It's just the wrong person. Some people literally, I can't comprehend this, but some people go, I'm good where I'm at. How? That might be, and here's the crazy thing. It might be 5 customers, it might be 50, or it might be 500. I know people, you would think they're like movers and shakers and all this. They got multi-million-dollar companies. They got 5,000 plus customers and clients, but their mentality is still where it was 10, 15 years ago. Now, good for them for getting to that point, but they're comfortable. I can't stand comfortable. I'm always looking to move, and, you know, maybe it might not be, you know, drastically change things because it's pretty good, but I just don't want to be in the same place year after year, you know. I have a picture of this. Maybe I'll share it on Facebook. Don't live the same life 75 times. No, don't live the same year 75 times and call it a life. What do you think of that? That's sobering, huh? Oh, Rashida, welcome. I love it. Funding freedom. That speaks to me. Oh, proof of concept. I guess I'm keeping that in my new messaging. Thank you for that confirmation, Rashida, because you are an example of someone who is a mover and shaker. And if you don't know Rashida, you should check her out, because she honestly is a mover and shaker, and she's doing great stuff with her business. She's published a book. She does speaking. And that's what I mean. Since I do it also, I can look and see what she's doing and go, she's at least on the same page. If there's people not doing it, it's a matter of do they want to or not. But some people just flat out don't get it. Thank you sincerely from the bottom of my heart for saying that speaks to me, because you are someone I know I can help, and I'm looking to help. And I changed that because I am looking for more people to help, you know, so you're not struggling. And I know you saw my other one, so I guess this is better. In all fairness, my coach told me to change my messaging, but I guess it is more effective, and you just proved it. So there we go. I help experts turn knowledge into business books and that attract clients, money, and fund your freedom. So, Rashida, you like the fund the freedom. Is there anything you change about the beginning? I help experts. I have industry experts on one of them. Facebook only gives you 101 characters, less than Twitter. LinkedIn, for that part of the bio, gives you, I think, 120. Twitter's still 140. You know, you might have a lot of what you do. Here's how I help people. Brrr, how do you condense it down to 100 to 120 characters? Not words, characters. That was fun. But in my long version, it says I help industry experts, and then I said leading industry experts. Because even industry experts, again, you want to demonstrate authority. Are you the leading industry expert? The industry expert could be in your head, but again, that's why there's that proof of concept. Does your circle of spheres, does your sphere of influence and circle of, do the people around you see you the way you see you? Experts alone don't need industry. I help experts turn knowledge. So it works for Facebook, and I don't need industry experts. Okay. I appreciate that. Yeah, I had to cut some of it out for LinkedIn. And the other thing is I went to do a post about, did you know you can do up to 1,300 characters on a LinkedIn post? Not an article, not writing a full thing and make it on that real permanent deal. Just like a post, like you post a picture and put a little paragraph on there. 1,300! I almost deleted the whole thing thinking it was like Facebook where it was just a few. And it was like, you're over the limit, 1,394. I'm like, 1,394? And then I got rid of all of it. And then I was like, I wonder what it is. So I played around with it. And it was still like super long. So I go, 1,300 is the limit, which is, it's almost an article. I don't know if 1,500 is the cutoff for an article or post, but it gives you a lot of room to work. So one of the things for demonstrating your authority also is share the messaging. That's what you're going to use to connect with people. So many people think, we're in this microwave society of where everything is short, even Mountain Dew. They changed the Mountain Dew was too long, so it's abbreviated. Facebook, FB, Instagram, IG. Like, everyone's shortening crap up. That is the exact reason marketing was lost in the 1940s and 50s with TV. Before that, you would see full-page ads that would communicate the benefits. And now everything got reduced down to stupid commercials with animals jumping around and stuff like that, and no one really knows anything. So all the smaller companies parroted all the information off of the big companies, thinking that's the way to do it. Don't be afraid to communicate your value. It's actually a disservice if you can't. No one wants to see, I can help you do this, I can help you do that. You have to demonstrate, not just demonstrate the authority, but you have to communicate what that is with your messaging. And I was really happy and excited yesterday, or was it today? I was happy whenever it was to see that LinkedIn allows you 1,300 characters, because when you're promoting a live cast, it's a lot easier when you can say, here's what we're going to cover. Here's some comments from the last one. So let's go to the last step of authority. I asked earlier on, share with me how you're using authority in your business if you're just joining. And once you have their attention, I'll go back. Once you have their attention, the clock is ticking. How do you keep it? Be known as the expert in authority. But how? We had some fun with Andy guessing. How do you get and keep your authority? 2 words. Let me cue it up right here. Demonstrate it. That is absolutely the best way to do it. You just show it. You demonstrate it. Give actual value. Instead of thinking, oh, speaking of which, do you have maximum mentality or minimum mentality? I was walking outside today. It's a nice day out. And there's the pool area has new wood around it. And I was a little excited till I walked over there and realized 97 boards were replaced. It looks like 3 or 4 of them were not. And I'm thinking, it just brought up this minimal mentality. You're doing all the work, all the effort, putting in all the hours, blood, sweat, and tears to make everything great, and you skimp at the 90% finish line? How much could it possibly cost for 3 or 4 extra 2x4s? Especially when you buy them in bulk for an entire deck and patio project. I remember reading an article on Pixar when I was studying animation, special effects, and video production. And it talked, everyone goes, why is Pixar the best? Do you think it's because of the ambient occlusion shaders they're using in RenderMan? I don't think so. Do you think it's because, they know how to have the fluid dynamics in Nemo just sparkle? No. Is it because it's so creative? Love that. It's creative. We should be making millions of dollars because we're creative. What does that mean? You could argue it's the story. I'd accept that because story is so vitally important. But I remember reading the article, and it said it was talking about Monsters, Inc., and they said, we sand the underside of the desk. And I go, It's that attention to detail. It's that part no one sees. Maybe you look good to the rest of the world, but what's going on in here? Socrates talks about know thyself. You know what you're trying to hide. No one else might know, but you know it. That translates into everything you do. Are you trying to sand the underside of the desk? Do you put your cart back when you go shopping, or do you leave it to inconvenience someone else and damage their vehicle? Do you care enough? Are you only thinking about yourself, or are you caring enough about other people to preempt it? That's a way to not just be seen as the authority, but to actually be one. It's about who you are. It's very, very hard to have all this dressed up and not be comfortable with yourself. You have to be, Andy said, be real, be congruent, and you have to be. Otherwise, you can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. It's not going to work. So if you need to do some soul searching first, figure out what you need to fix with you, because it's going to eat you alive. I know it has for me, and that's why I'm continually improving and looking to do more and be more so I can help more people. Because if I know I have a gift and ability that God's placed on my heart, and I know I can help you, but you're maybe better off in one area, but I can absolutely help you over here, we might not jive because of that. And I don't want anything preventing me from being able to help you. So what is something you definitely don't need to put this publicly. If you want to message me privately, feel free. But what are some things you can improve with you overall, not just graphics and all this piddly stuff? Yes, it's a means to an end, but I want to help you actually be the expert and authority, not just look like one. So, well, holy crap. This is surreal. But then again, it is my curriculum and training, so I guess I should know it. So point three, you are already enough from the day you were born. All we need to do is showcase it a little differently. Kind of just said that. Now, granted, I've been teaching it for 5 years, so I'd hope I know it, but I guess they foreshadowed the conclusion, hey? Rashida says, showing the authority is key. I had to step out and start doing it. Actually, got tapped to pen a column for Michigan Women's Magazine on empowering youth. Rashida, that's fantastic. Congratulations. You're very welcome for the encouragement. It was great talking with you, and I love seeing you on here. That is very exciting. Rashida, do you have a link that we can share on here? I know you may be working on it, but do you have a link to where people can, bookmark it and save it for when? Do you have a link? I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, it says. Merry Christmas. All right, so we're going to do the countdown, last questions, all that good stuff. So I'm here to help you. What do you want to ask? I'm here for you. Related to authority, related to business, related to... Maybe not. Ask me something. I'll tell you if I'll answer it or not. Not to the column yet, but the magazine is W2 Women Michigan. Excellent. Thank you, Rashida. If you have a link to their site, feel free to post it. You're more than welcome to. Oh, I like this one too. All right, last call for questions. We're going to do the shot clock. Rashida, feel free to post the link if you'd like. If you have any other questions about anything in my wheelhouse, feel free to ask. Today is Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. Oh, and if you're wondering about the show notes, you can get a copy at expertauthorityreport.com. This is what I'm looking at for my show notes. Authority, step 2. I am taking the content from here. It is, where's chapter 2? That's chapter 3. Here's chapter 2. Chapter 2, Authority. How to easily increase and implement yours in the next 24 hours. How's that sound? I thought that was a good headline. That's why I put it in there. Made the final cut, the final draft. Rashida says, W2 Michigan, I think. W2W Michigan, I think. Excellent. Thank you for that, Rashida. And Rashida, do you have any, you get prioritization since you're interacting. You play along, you pay along, you play along. Yeah, sounds good. You play along, you pay along. Heather, are you hiding? Jenna, are you hiding? Anne? All right, I know there's a lag. Last chance, last call. Speak now, forever hold your peace. This is almost gone, and I am out. Rashida says, no questions at the moment, but I want to get the book. Okay, give me half a second. I have a link for you. Facebook, and then I'll drop it in here. Limited edition. There you go, Rashida. What's this? Oh. Yeah, there we go. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Awesome sauce, as they call it. Where did it go? There we go. Rashida, do me a favor, click that and let me know it's working for you. I just tested it on my end, but sometimes you post stuff in here and it doesn't do what you expect it to do. That is good stuff. So Rashida, click it. Let me know it's working. Pick it up pick it up tonight. I will sign it for you and make sure it gets to you. Just took a screenshot. Isn't clickable. Awesome. Let me grab it again. Now, why is it doing that? Are you on mobile or desktop there? Let me try it without. Typing anything after it. You know what I'm going to do here? Let me know if the second one worked, please and thank you. And I'm also going to send it to you private message because I know that will work. Facebook is like the coolest thing on earth, but sometimes just. Oh, I'm gonna make a note of that too for my update and my new training and a bunch of other stuff. My next version of the book. When you're sharing links during a live cast, make sure they actually work. Use a Bitly link or actually have a URL set up, which I did. I don't know if you were clocking me, but I went to my Bitly account and was able to just grab it. It was the first one up there from last time when someone else said they wanted a copy of the book. Rashida says mobile. Yeah, just message it. Facebook links never work. I just dropped it in Messenger for you. So yeah, get a copy of that. I will make sure it gets to you, and I will autograph it, and I'll put more than just my name. It's one of the funnest things I get to do is write an actual message in there in the front part for people. You can see some of the pictures from my book launch party and some other things, and I always tell people, they're like, well, I'm expecting this many guests and I have this much time. I go, add more. You know, when it's something special. You want to make the best of it. So allow 3 to 5 minutes per book. And what I tell people to do is, if it's the closest people to you that you see regularly, like when I was getting ready for the party, I knew Mom and Dad were coming, and my aunt and uncle and different people. So I knew I could get it to them anytime. And, you know, the people who were flying in from out of state, I mean, you can ship anything anywhere, but if you're going to have them there, stagger it. So if you have 100 people and you know 10 or 20 of them you can hand out whenever, maybe sign them beforehand or take care of it afterwards. Who are the people that you are hardest to get to? The other thing is, do some earlier in the day, do some early on, take a lot of breaks. Do not, I repeat, do not when you do your book launch party, once you write your book, do not go, okay, we're going to do the book signing portion now. There's no portion. The whole evening has that as a component. Because what will happen if you do this thing and then say, okay, at X amount of X hour, 4 p.m., 7 p.m., 9 p.m., whatever. Maybe you do it in the morning. I don't know why you do it in the morning, but let's say 11 a.m. or noon. Unless you're at a bookstore and there's random people coming there, if you're doing a book launch party, not a book signing, stagger it. Your hand will get tired. You won't be able to write a heartfelt message. And people will get bored. If you put them in a line and say at 7 p.m., we're going to be doing a signing, and you have more than 11 people, it's going to take 45 to 60 minutes just to get through the first batch. And you're not at Disney World. You don't want them standing in a line. The whole point is to build the relationship and help them. And, there's so much to it. And I go over that in the module 8 of my training. But if you're considering writing a book, think about all the other stuff too. And one of them, which is a lot of fun, is the book signing, the book launch party, all that. Absolutely 100% stagger it. Do what you can beforehand, do what you can afterhand, and that might leave 60, 80%, and then divvy that up. You know, if there's people that are closer to you beforehand, maybe do it while you're setting up, and, you know, you take a break right before it starts. See if you can get 5 or 10 done before it starts. Maybe you hand it to them during it, but that'll save you 20 minutes there, you know, 20 minutes here. It makes a huge difference. Great point. I didn't do that for the first one, but the second, yes. And Rashida, I wasn't sure if you did or not, but it was a thought that came into my mind for this. I didn't even do a book launch party for my first one. It's one of the reasons I did this one. Don't think you need to do a second book just to have another book launch party. You can always relaunch it. And I'll show you this, and then I do have to go. This is why'd the music stop? The music never stops. Come on, YouTube, you track me on every other aspect. Google, track every other aspect of my life. You should know better. The party never stops. That's better. So the first one, Rashida, video marketing for business owners. Notice the difference? 2015. Guess what I just launched? 2017. I do that so you can update it at least once a year, okay, for marketing purposes and to keep it fresh. But don't think you can't say, hey, I'm releasing my second edition. Your book launch was last fall, roughly? Third quarter? No, fourth quarter last year. Why not do one third quarter this year or in the next month or two? There's a lot you could do, actually. I have a lot of ideas for you, but that's just one of them. Consider it. Like, do something in the next month or two. As long as it's been more than 3 months, it's going to be new to people. You know? 3 months, 6 months, good time to relaunch it. If you have a lot going on like I do mine about once a year, maybe longer. That one had been 2 years. I think I did an update to Kindle for people buying it for 2016, but I didn't make a big deal because I was doing other things. But the point is, and I'll finish with this, I'll type it in here too. You don't need a new book, just add agenda item and show. You don't need a new book just to relaunch and have a party. If it's been over 3 months, it's new to everyone, except you. Don't think the rest of the world is you. So, I think we're good with questions. I think it's been way over the 30 to 45 seconds. So, as they say, speak now, forever hold your peace. Rashida, look forward to autographing the book for you, and I will catch you next time. One more. I had 2 signings for the same book last year. I'm planning a school tour for the fall, actually. Great ideas. Glad they helped. Look forward to signing the book for you, and thank you for letting me know the link's working. Thank you for letting me know the new messaging is working, and we'll see you next time. If you just joined in the last 2 minutes, here's where you can get the content. And tomorrow we're talking about step 3 of the process. Step 3, associate. Now you have their attention. Now you're positioned as the authority. How do you associate with them? How do you build that relationship? Join me tomorrow night. Join me tomorrow. Taking mom to see Beauty and the Beast. That ends dinner. Be back. Yeah, probably tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. I'll leave it at that. I was just going to say sometime tomorrow, but it'll be at night for sure. So have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow.